Okay, so let's get started. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to dive deeper and to discuss everything that happened with you guys. Like as discussed before in the welcome video, like it's been 3 months since we have recorded DeFi 101. Yeah, and it's been insane. It's insane how much have happened. We have had a Black Thursday. We had so much things happening. We will all discuss this in this section of the course, the beginning of this course. Basically, what the DeFi is happening with DeFi. All right, so in this category, in this topic, we will discuss what is happening in DeFi, what's going on. We have a short recap and we'll look ahead. We will look at the state of the blockchain. We will look really at all the transactions and on-chain. Let's look at some on-chain data. We will discuss Black Thursday in depth, and we will discuss also what happened to MakerDAO during Black Thursday. And at the end, we will have a discussion on the Ivan on Tech forum. All right, so get ahead. I like this quote. And get ahead in the new cyber utopia by learning about decentralized finance today. That's a big statement, and I think it's true. So we need to learn this. And I want to educate you to get ahead in the new cyber utopia, because we will going towards a new financial paradigm shift in the financial ecosystem. Yeah, so before we get more serious, there is some Bitcoin literature that I would like to recommend to you guys. In 1999, the Bitcoin prophecy has been written, and it's Cryptonomicon. It's a nice sci-fi book that I would recommend everybody to read. Besides the Bitcoin prophecy, there is also a DeFi prophecy written by Charles Stross, Accelerando. And in Accelerando, Charles Stross is discussing a dystopian future where AI is taking over the world and basically implements a democracy 2.0 with its own financial, new financial ecosystem that they're creating. So robots are creating a new financial world with a new currency. And it looks very much like the current DeFi space that's now emerging. So it's very interesting. It ends a little bit in a dystopian way. So let's learn from this book and let's make it into a brighter future together. All right. So before we move forward, let's recap what we have learned in Decentralized Finance 101. So if we look into like our current financial system or fintech, centralized finance, the settlement layer of the fintech, traditional finance, CeFi, is not in code. The source of truth is a bureaucrat somewhere that is sitting there and saying, oh, that's the truth, or this is the value, that is the value. There is no cryptographic guarantee or immutability of a transaction. And we will discuss this also more in depth. Basically, the settlement time or like the settlement assurance is like very long. It takes weeks to settle a transaction. And basically in the centralized financial system, it's a very different system than how we interact in decentralized financial systems. It's more geared towards a world economy that's working more on computers than with paper. So in the main difference is that in DeFi, there's no bureaucrat or a technology gatekeeper between the builder and the idea. The execution of the critical logic is secured as it happens. This means that there's no bureaucrat or there's no gatekeeper that says, oh, you cannot build this application, you cannot do this or that. Basically, it's a free-for-all. We can all start experimenting with new financial instruments or build new financial instruments or use a financial instrument and say, oh, I want to have this or this feature in it and edit that by yourself. And the focal point is not performance, but trust. The trust layer in DeFi is very, very, very valuable. So yeah, so to ground it up, fintech is rooted in bureaucracy and trust. DeFi is free and trust is minimized. Okay, so, and also what's important to understand is that DeFi is a financial revolution. It's a reaction to a failure in the traditional finance system to move fast and agile. The current financial system is inaccessible, it's inefficient and opaque. Worst of all, they have built a walled garden around their financial monopoly that they have. And it's very hard to enter. Like I work myself for ING, for bigger banks and bigger insurance companies. And the way and all the hoops that they need to jump to interact with the current financial system, it's insane. And DeFi solves this problem. And my view, finance has not even begun the equivalent to the printing press phase of the information revolution. So we still have a long way to go, and we're very early on. So let's move forward. So in DeFi over CeFi, DeFi will do to finance what the internet did to news media. DeFi is accessible, efficient, and transparent. And most important, there is no gatekeeper between the builder and the idea. You can build so much different applications, as we will discuss later in the course. There's so much new innovation, only in the time of 3 months. It's really insane. It's amazing. And DeFi democratizes the creation and access to financial instruments. There is no bureaucratic technology gap between the builder and idea, which unleashes this enormous, crazy explosion of innovation. Blocks are permissionless news media, and DeFi is permissionless finance. Right, so and DeFi also automates inefficient human processes and makes them systematically transparent. We no longer need any regulated custodians or trust agents in between our financial institutions, in between our financial interactions. In our current CeFi ecosystem, we can basically replace our current financial system completely by smart contracts. Imagine the following. In 2008, it was really hard for Michael Burry from The Big Short to actually analyze the whole housing market. But Michael Burry, in the movie Big Short, which I recommend everybody to watch, is basically analyzing the whole housing market. This is a real, based on real events. In 2008, he shorted the whole housing market because he saw what's happening is insane. In the United States, people were borrowing money left, right, and center, buying houses they can't afford. So it was a very logical step to short that market. But of course, the centralized financial system tried to really push that away. And the people that were profiting from that greatly, they don't want people to see that data. So they moved that data away. So it's harder for people to analyze. So Michael Burry really, as you can see, he went really in depth. He did so much research to find out this issue, and then shorted the market and made a huge profit out of it. Imagine that in 2020, it takes what it takes to also do a similar big short like Michael Burry did. You can just look at all the on-chain data and adjust your trading strategies towards the on-chain data movements that you see. And it's actually more easy than you would think. And we're going to discuss this in the course together. So to recap, DeFi is a revolution. Let's construct a new financial system, a system that is transparent and open for everyone, a trustless system that minimizes trust for everyone. And let's create a financial system in a way it always has meant to be. Let's do this together, guys. So to look at the state where we are now, this stack that we see here in the slides, you might recognize this from the Decentralized Finance 101 course. We can see the internet here, which is an enormous, amazing innovation. And on top of this internet innovation, we are building basically the Web3, the internet of value on top of that. And over collateralized loans positions are the hello world of programmable money. So we're really at the start of this explosion in innovation. And again, let's use this advantage and use this knowledge to get ahead. So let's dive deeper down the rabbit hole together. We're going to discuss more about the state of the current decentralized financial ecosystem. We're going to discuss the blockchain-based financial markets. We're going to discuss real-world assets in decentralized finance. We're going to discuss how to become your own hedge fund, and we're going to hack flash loans together. Very excited, and I look forward to discuss this with you. Before I close this topic, I really recommend you to look in the links below these slides. There's some very interesting articles I would love to share with you. And I have listed some of my favorite speakers of this DeFi discussion forum that has happened around a month ago. And there's just some amazing speakers. There's some amazing innovation going on there. And I think there were over 30 or 40 videos. I watched them all, and I cherry picked the best videos for you. So check them out below, and let's discuss in the forum some of the other videos that you might like, or some of the other topics that you're interested in.